You know, there's something I've heard from so many friends over 70, something that worries them more than almost anything else. It's that nagging feeling that their memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. Maybe they walk into a room and forget why they're there, or they struggle to recall a name they've known for years. And then comes the fear. What if this is just the beginning? What if my brain keeps shrinking and there's nothing I can do about it? Well, I'm here to tell you something important. That doesn't have to be your story. Science shows that yes, after 70, the brain can shrink if we don't take care of it. But here's the good news. There are simple, everyday things you can do to keep your mind sharp, your memory strong, and your brain healthy for years to come. And the best part? None of them require expensive treatments or drastic lifestyle changes. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple science-backed solutions to protect your brain from shrinking and even help it thrive. These aren't complicated theories or quick fixes. They're practical, doable habits that can fit right into your daily life. So let's get started with the first one. Move your body, but make it fun. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Exercise? I've heard that before. But stick with me, because this isn't about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. In fact, one of the best things you can do for your brain is simply to move in ways that feel good. And better yet, ways that bring you joy. Research shows that regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which helps nourish those precious brain cells and even encourages the growth of new ones. But here's the key. It doesn't have to feel like a chore. Think about what you enjoy. Maybe it's a morning walk where you take in the fresh air and notice the birds singing. Maybe it's dancing to your favorite old tunes in the living room. Or perhaps it's something gentle like Tai Chi or water aerobics. The point is, when you move your body in a way that feels good, you're not just helping your heart or your joints, you're giving your brain a boost too. And the best part? You don't need hours at the gym. Even 20 to 30 minutes a day can make a real difference. Feed your brain the right fuel. Now, let's talk about food, because what you eat doesn't just affect your waistline, it directly impacts your brain health. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, and when it comes to your brain, that's especially true. Some of the best foods for keeping your brain strong are the ones packed with antioxidants, healthy fats, and nutrients that fight inflammation. Think colorful fruits and vegetables, blueberries, spinach, and sweet potatoes. Foods rich in omega-3s, like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, are like superfuel for your brain. And don't forget about whole grains and lean proteins to keep your energy steady throughout the day. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up all your favorite treats. It's about balance. Maybe it's as simple as adding a handful of nuts to your afternoon snack or swapping white bread for whole grain. Small changes can add up to big benefits for your brain. Keep learning, no matter your age. Here's something truly exciting. Your brain has an amazing ability to adapt and grow, no matter how many birthdays you've celebrated. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, and it means that even later in life, you can form new connections in your brain if you challenge it the right way. So what does that look like? It could be picking up a new hobby, painting, gardening, or even learning a few phrases in a new language. Maybe it's doing crossword puzzles or playing chess with a friend. Even something as simple as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand can give your brain a little workout. The idea is to keep your mind curious and engaged. When you learn something new, you're not just passing the time, you're building a stronger, more resilient brain. Now we've covered 3 powerful ways to keep your brain healthy after 70. But there are 2 more simple solutions that can make a world of difference. So stay with me, because these next tips might just surprise you with how easy and enjoyable they can be. Before we proceed, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. One of the most surprising things about keeping your brain sharp after 70 isn't just what you do. It's also about who you do it with. That's because our brains thrive on connection. Think about it. When was the last time you had a good, long conversation with a friend and walked away feeling lighter, sharper, maybe even a little more like yourself? That's no coincidence. Stay social. Your brain loves company. As we get older, it's easy to let social circles shrink. Maybe friends have moved away, or getting out feels like more effort than it used to. But here's the truth. Staying connected isn't just good for your mood. It's like a vitamin for your brain. Studies show that people who stay socially active have a lower risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. Why? Because every conversation, every shared laugh, every moment of connection gives your brain a little workout. Now, I'm not saying you need to host big dinner parties or join a dozen clubs. It's the small, consistent connections that matter. A weekly phone call with a grandchild, a coffee date with an old friend, even chatting with neighbors during your morning walk. And if getting out is tough, technology can help. Video calls, online groups, or even handwritten letters keep those brain-boosting connections alive. The key is to make it meaningful. Talk about memories, share stories, debate a little. Anything that keeps your mind engaged and your heart full. Here's a fun idea. Try joining a book club or discussion group, even if it's just a few friends talking about a magazine article. The combination of reading and discussing gives your brain a double boost. Or if you've got grandchildren, ask them to teach you about something they love, whether it's a video game or a new app. You'll be amazed at how learning from younger generations keeps your mind nimble. Protect your sleep. It's brain maintenance. Now let's talk about something we often take for granted: sleep. If you've ever woken up after a restless night feeling foggy or forgetful, you already know how much sleep affects your brain. But here's what's fascinating. Deep sleep isn't just rest. It's when your brain cleans house, flushing out toxins and strengthening memories. Without enough quality sleep, those brain-shrinking processes can speed up. The trouble is, sleep often gets harder as we age. Maybe you wake up too early or find it tough to drift off. But small changes can make a big difference. Try keeping a regular bedtime, even on weekends. Make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary, cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid heavy meals or screens right before bed. And if naps tempt you, keep them short. 20 minutes is ideal, and early in the day. One trick that works wonders? A bedtime ritual. It could be as simple as sipping chamomile tea while listening to soft music, or reading a book, a real one, not a screen, for 15 minutes. Your brain loves routines. They signal that it's time to wind down. Another often overlooked factor is daylight. Getting natural light in the morning helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Even sitting by a sunny window for breakfast can make a difference. And if pain keeps you up, don't just accept it. Talk to your doctor. Today's solutions for arthritis and other age-related discomforts are better than ever. The power of a quiet mind. Now, here's a solution that might surprise you. Doing nothing. Or more accurately, giving your brain the gift of stillness. In our busy world, we often forget that our brains need downtime just as much as activity. Chronic stress, whether from worries, overscheduling, or even too much news, can actually shrink parts of your brain over time. But there's an antidote: mindfulness. Now, before you think this means sitting cross-legged for hours, let me reassure you, it's much simpler. 5 minutes a day of quiet breathing counts. So does savoring your morning coffee without distractions, or pausing to really listen to birdsong during your walk. These small moments of presence act like a reset button for your brain, lowering stress hormones and protecting those precious brain cells. If you want to try something more structured, guided meditations made for seniors are widely available and often just 10 minutes long. But the real secret? Consistency over perfection. Even a few mindful breaths while waiting for the kettle to boil can make a difference over time. Here's a practical tip. Pair mindfulness with something you already do daily. For example, take 30 seconds to really feel the water on your hands when washing dishes. Notice the temperature, the soap bubbles, the motion. This everyday mindfulness can be just as powerful as formal meditation. Before we wrap up, let's talk about how to make these habits stick without feeling overwhelmed. Because the best solutions in the world won't help if they feel like chores. So let's find the approach that works for your life. Remember, you don't need to overhaul everything at once. Maybe this week you focus on adding one brain-healthy food to your grocery list. And next week, you try a 5-minute morning stretch. Small steps add up. Your brain is counting on you, and it's never too late to start. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please take a moment to do so and like our content. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. The incredible power of simple everyday laughter. You see, when we talk about brain health, we often focus on serious solutions, but one of the most effective tools is something that comes naturally to all of us: a good, hearty laugh. Think about the last time you had a real belly laugh with friends or family. Remember how light you felt afterward? That wasn't just good for your mood, it was giving your brain a wonderful workout. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that reduce stress and actually help protect your brain cells. It increases blood flow and oxygen to your brain, giving it an instant boost. And here's the best part. You don't need any special equipment or training to reap these benefits. Whether it's watching a favorite comedy show, sharing funny stories with grandchildren, or even just smiling more throughout the day, you're doing something powerful for your brain health. Now, I want to share with you one final, crucial element that ties all these solutions together: the power of purpose. After working with hundreds of seniors over the years, I've noticed something remarkable. Those who maintain a strong sense of purpose, whether it's caring for a pet, volunteering, pursuing a hobby, or mentoring younger generations, consistently show better cognitive function. Your brain thrives when it has reasons to stay engaged with life. So how can you cultivate this sense of purpose? Start by asking yourself, what brings me joy? What makes me feel needed? It could be as simple as maintaining a beautiful garden that neighbors admire, or as involved as teaching grandchildren family recipes. The scale doesn't matter. What matters is that feeling of being connected to something larger than yourself. When you wake up with reasons to get out of bed, your brain wakes up with you, ready to take on the day. Let me tell you about Martina, a 78-year-old who started feeling her memory slipping. She began volunteering just 2 hours a week at the local library, helping children with their reading. Within months, she not only felt sharper mentally, but she also developed new friendships and a renewed zest for life. That's the power of purpose in action. It doesn't just protect your brain, it enriches your entire being. Now, I know change can feel overwhelming, especially when we've had our routines for so many years. But here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one small change, maybe adding a handful of walnuts to your daily diet, or calling an old friend for a weekly chat. Build from there. Your brain is remarkably adaptable at any age, and it will respond to these positive changes in ways that might surprise you. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Your golden years can truly be some of the richest, most fulfilling years of your life. By implementing these simple strategies, staying active, eating well, keeping your mind engaged, nurturing relationships, getting quality sleep, reducing stress, laughing often, and maintaining purpose, you're not just preventing brain shrinkage. You're creating a life where your mind stays sharp, your memories stay vivid, and your days stay full of meaning and joy. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these strategies resonates most with you? What's one small change you'll make this week to support your brain health. Your experiences and insights could inspire others in our community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with friends who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe for more content to help you live your best life after 70. Here's to your health, happiness, and a brain that stays as vibrant as your spirit. Remember, age is just a number, but a sharp mind is a choice. You've got this.